Good morning, Generals, and welcome to a magnificent Monday. All right, Generals, we are so excited to welcome everyone back to a full week of school. That's right, Generals, you will be coming to school every single day this week. And just to make sure that you all know what the schedule is, today and tomorrow you will attend all of your classes, so 1 through 7. And on Wednesday and Thursday, we will flip to a block schedule where you will see half of your classes on Wednesday and half of your classes on Thursday. And then Friday, you will see all of your classes. This Thursday will also be the first General's time, and it will be a different schedule coming this Thursday. So students, please make sure you pay attention to your classes, where you're going, and what time General's time will take place on this coming Thursday. On a regular day, your General's time will happen during the second block of the day, and it says 8th period on your schedule. All right, Generals, just keeping in mind as you think about transitioning throughout the building, we want to make sure that you know after this week, tardies will begin. We want you to be on time to all of your classes. And Generals, that means getting there early. So make sure you're taking advantage of the 6 minutes. You have 6 minutes to get to your classes. At the 5-minute mark, you will hear a warning bell. That means you should already be close to your class, not still standing in the halls or socializing with your friends. You need to do that expeditiously so that you can get to your classes early. If not, you will have to go to a tardy station. So I want you to pay attention as you're transitioning this week to all the different locations as to where a tardy station is located. We have one near the testing office, the STEM office, the 10th grade office, the 9th grade office, the registration floor, and also upstairs E-Hall, you will find tardy stations. But we just want you to know where they are because we know you're going to get to your classes on time and you won't have to go to those tardy stations. All right, students, just a reminder about lunch and a lot of events just here at school. Please make sure that your parents are completing the free and reduced lunch forms. Make sure you have your parents check the website so you can find out all the different ways by applying for free and reduced lunch can help you. If you are an upperclassman, it can help you with discounts for applications and also for applying for scholarships. You can also get reduced meals, of course, if you're completing a free and reduced lunch and you qualify. There are so many different ways that the free and reduced lunch forms can support you, so please make sure that your parents are taking advantage of that. Remind them, and we're going to also have a special drawing for some swag, some Shiloh swag, if your parents complete the free and reduced lunch form. Students, when you're going to lunch, we want to make sure that you have your Student View app. So utilizing your cell phone, please make sure that you display your Student View app to show your student ID so that you can scan for the lunches. That will help make sure the lines are moving fast, that you have enough time to sit down and to eat and not waiting in long lines. So please make sure if you haven't done so yet that you download that Student View app and use that when you're coming in for your lunches. You may need to use it for breakfast as well, so please make sure you have access to that. Also, just a reminder, when you come into the comments for lunches, you need to make sure that you come in, you have a seat, you don't have that much time, and if you have to use the restroom, you'll use the restrooms that are inside of the commons. Once inside of the cafeteria, you're not allowed to leave and go back and forth. And if you haven't paid attention, you do come from a particular hallway when you're coming for the lunches, and you will exit back that same way. So we just want to make sure that we're getting in and out and taking advantage of all of your needs, making sure that you're eating your delicious lunch when you're coming inside during the cafeteria time. Just want to remind you about exiting the building at the end of the day. We've kind of mentioned this before, but we just want to make sure that once all of the events start happening, that you are aware of those. So please make sure that at the end of the day, you exit the building. Remember, there is no transitioning during the commons, and the commons doors are locked before 2 o'clock every single day. So make sure that all of your business is taken care of. And students, talking about the timing that the doors are locked during that time of day, just want to make sure that you know when you get inside of your classes with your teachers, please know that they have worked very hard to prepare lessons for you. So we always know that the first 10 and the last 10 minutes of class, don't ask your teachers to leave. Do not do that because they've prepared some great opening and closing activities for you. So we need to make sure that you are in class during that time. So we do not allow students to leave class during the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes of class. Take advantage of the learning that will be taking place. So, as I was saying, when you're exiting the building, you must make sure that if you're coming back inside of the building, that you have a pass from a teacher or a coach, and that you are where you need to be by 2:30 in the afternoons. We want to make sure that you're safe and secure, and in order for that to happen, we need you to be where you're supposed to be at the time that it states that you should be there. If you do not have a pass, you will not be allowed back inside the building. So we're going to keep reiterating that just so as we're starting the new year, everyone knows how that process works. Another reminder about Chromebooks, we want to make sure that every single student has a Chromebook. So if you have not picked up a Chromebook today, fifth period during your lunchtime, you make sure you go to B53 and get your Chromebooks. And students, you probably have realized that if you're trying to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will not be able to connect to that. We are not a BYOD school, so you will not be able to access the Wi-Fi. So if you have your Chromebooks, though, it is a part of the school network, and that's how you'll be able to make sure that you're staying on top of your work and accessing e-class. But no other device will be able to get on the network. So we want to make sure that you have that with you. And students, just a reminder, happening this week are a lot of activities. We have the CTSOs that will be taking place inside of the Commons, as well as the beginning of sports. We have volleyball and football that will be taking place. Finally, generals, just want to touch base real quickly on dress code. If you're getting dressed and you have to ask yourself, will my parent allow me to wear this to school? Is this appropriate for school? Will someone say something to me about what I'm wearing? If you are in that situation, it's probably not appropriate. Shout out to all the students who are coming dressed appropriately. We will be having class meetings this week, and we'll make sure we touch on all of those things to make sure that you as generals are prepared. All right, generals, that brings us to a close to our announcements. Let's make sure that we take pride in being a general. Make sure that you are prepared and respectful. Show integrity. Be disciplined and engaged in all that you do. And let's make sure we focus on our mission, which is to relentlessly pursue high-level teaching and learning with a global perspective for all students and staff. And don't you forget, it is always a great day to be a general. I love you, and I love Shiloh. General salute, Team Shiloh.